How was the first 4 days filming? Pretty good.
Yeah, I told Jensen. I was like, man, I gotta get back to work so I can relax. I've spent the summer, chasing around my kids. So it's nice to get back to work and in Jensen's very capable hands as a director. I'm really excited. I love where the show is this year. We had so many years where it was like, Binny or Ruby or Soulless or the Campbell family. We had so many different reasons to Mark Cain. They were at odds so much that one of the great things about The Darkness is that it's pre-biblical. It predates heaven and hell and Crowley and Castiel and God. And so the boys don't know what they're up against, but they're up against it together. So for me, I already like where Sam and Dean are compared to the seasons in the past.
So that was a crazy emotional end to the season. What was it like filming it? I'm sure the fans
Crazy
were all
emotional.
crying. So.
I cried when I read it. A few times, I cried when I read Death's Door, where Bobby dies. Every now and again, you're so invested with something. And I've also been very public about my own struggles with anxiety or depression or whatever. So reading something like that where Sam is basically going like, okay, all right, it's been a good run. Go ahead, it makes me tear up kind of thinking about it. So it was crazy and emotional. And it was one of those times where, like as an actor, I don't believe in ever trying to cry. Like, don't do it. If the tears aren't coming, don't sit there and go like, just don't. It doesn't happen. It doesn't always happen. So I hate it when directors will ask. It doesn't happen to me because I'm a faucet. I'm a little emotional baby. But we'll have guest cast, and the director will be like, "So are you gonna cry?" And you're like, "If I'm not crying, I'm not crying." You can be emotionally torn up without shedding tears. Anyways, I had to bring myself back because of where Sam was and where Dean was. Even I remember just reading on the page what happens in Dean's choice ultimately to overpower this crazy force was really powerful and was a great launch pad to where we're starting season 11 with the boys going like, you and I, we're together. So it was very, very powerful.
Do you think a large part of that with the characters in season 11 is because of that great speech Sam has to Dean about, I will never not think you're a good man, which just seemed to be such a kernel of truth between them.
Yeah, I think so, yes. I think that entire scene, that entire sacrifice that Dean made, the speech that Sam made, which was just very brutally honest, that was his death speech.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Let me say it, and then do what you got to do. It was very powerful, and I watched it in England. I watched it. We had I had to do ADR when I was in London, and I hadn't seen the scene. And so I asked the sound editor if I could watch it. I was like, "Hey, do you mind rewinding it to the beginning and just letting it play?" He was like, "Sure." So we watched it, and I was getting teary. And then it ended, and I could hear from the sound booth, "Fuck." And I was like, "Thanks, man." He goes, "That's a hell of a scene." I was like, "Thanks, brother." And then we went back and ADR'd. But it was really powerful. It was really powerful. And especially with everything I've gone through in my life. Personally, it just resonated, And I think that's part of Supernatural. It's about angels and demons and the king of hell and God, ghouls and zombies. It's about these outlandish things, but the kernels of truth, of humanity and of sacrifice and of loyalty and of love, they resonate no matter the medium with which you paint them. So it's a fun show to be able to tell all these stories, because we're able to tell stories that CSI couldn't tell, NCIS couldn't tell,
I found that a real theme of this weekend with the genre shows. Both the big philosophical issues and the personal issues that are able to be explored that you don't get.
Absolutely. And we can make something tangible, like this darkness that feels overwhelming and is overwhelming. We're making it into a tangible person, but it's this. Human beings have these obstacles that seem overwhelming and that seem insurmountable, and we're just a crazy show that can tell it in a fun, kooky way.
Who would you love to play the darkness?
Jen.
Typecast. I would have loved to have seen Danielle play it.
Oh, okay.
But I think the character can cast. But I thought that would be fun. typecast. I'm just kidding.
Oh, we'll mention that to Jane.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.